Today I'm going to take you behind the scenes on how I make my Carmallow bars. Caramel and marshmallow, it's fantastic. You're going to love it. Check it out. All right, here we go. Beautiful caramel ready to go. You can watch me make the pour. Heavier than you think. Just trying to get this to flow to the center. Doesn't matter how many times I've done this, still my heart always races a little bit. Plus it's heavy and it's hot. You can see it just sort of sinking in nicely. The higher you cook the caramel, the chewier it is. Once you get really good at this, you get it right down to the degree. There's a difference between, 230 and 232 and 237 and 239, and all these numbers really matter in terms of just getting you the perfect amount of chew in the caramel. All right, there we have it. The first layer of the Carmallow bars. Want to lick the spoon? All right, now we've got a nice hot sugar syrup here. We formed the basis of the marshmallow. I got my big pot and my gelatin's over there. I'll show you all this. First step is to pour the hot sugar in here. It needs to cool down a little bit too, so I'm in no big rush here. And the pot is still hot. Here is my gelatin. This is what it looks like. It's been bloomed. It means it's been, the gelatin sheets have been in water to help absorb the water. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to prep this and get it ready. So here's that gelatin. I just kind of want to get some of the water out of it. A lot of people, they could just, they throw the gelatin directly into the sugar, but I don't like to do that. It's not really a pro move. We're going to actually melt the gelatin first. I think a big professional like me could have a cooler, sieve. All right, so I'm just going to pour this into the pot. It's just starting to melt now because of the heat. As I stir it around slowly, it'll just be like a thick liquid. So we'll just let the residual heat of the pan gently melt these out. All right, looking good here. Go ahead and pour in the gelatin. Now I'm just going to grab this whisk here and let her whip. While that's coming up to speed, I just got some nice fresh vanilla bean paste. That's going to go in there as well. I'll whip it all up, be all nice and whippy, and I'll come in here and drop these down. You'll get a chance to see how it goes. It's marshmallow time! Woo! Never gets old. Never gets old. Ah. All right, here it comes. Smooth that in here. So yes, Carmallow bars are this beautiful layer of marshmallow on top of this chewy caramel. Perfect combination. Looks fabulous. Smooth it out quickly. Nice and light and fluffy. All right, 2 down. How are we looking? How are we looking? You probably can't see it on camera, but this nice vanilla bean paste running through all this. Give you a nice vanilla taste. I like using the bean paste because I like to see those little flecks in there. All right, last one. What do you do with the leftover marshmallow? You eat it. Woo!
I mean, can you blame me? I mean, would you not take a bite of this? You would take a bite of this, right?
All right, it's the next day. It's time to get going. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and cut out the marshmallow from the night before. Just kind of clean up the edges a little bit. Then I'll flip these over and we'll see the caramel side. This is just powdered sugar. and just a touch of cornstarch to keep things from sticking. Time for some chocolate. So I'm just painting on here the light coating of chocolate on the bottom. This will help it go through the enrober nicely. Now I'll just go ahead and score these. You'll actually see the shape of the candy bars as I go coming to life. And this, of course, this is the bottom of the bar. Be surprised how many times you use the confectionery guitar cutter for no other purpose than as a guide. When I first got the confectionery cutters, I thought I could just cut through something like this easily, and you simply cannot. A lot of things you have to do by hand to do them well. Now comes the decisively less glamorous part of the job, which is I got to cut out all of these bars. And would you believe me if I told you that this is many, many times harder than it actually looks? Because it is, and I've tried it many, many times, many different ways, adjusting it many different ways, and I finally hit upon a way that is semi-hard as opposed to easy. So, but anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cut these out. I'll show you just a little bit about how it works. The marshmallow and caramel are soft on purpose. If I wanted to make them stiffer, they would be a lot easier. But I like them nice and soft like this. This is ooey gooey marshmallow and soft caramel. See how that literally just moved? What I'm going for is a straight cut. And you can see that that is a beautiful straight cut. Yeah, I'm making this look too easy. Each one of these bars now gets, you see it's on its side, and it gets kind of straightened up and squared up by hand. It needs the slightest amount of cornstarch all the way around, and powdered sugar. It's mostly powdered sugar. I can only do 12 at a time, because if I do any more than that, the caramel will start to ooze on me as it already is. Again, the solution to that would be simply to make the caramel stiffer, but I don't want that. Because the reason that people love Carmallow bars so much, besides the fact that they're fresh like this, they got really nice marshmallow height. I mean, just take a look here at the height of the marshmallow on top of that caramel, right? It's perfect. That's part of the reason they like it. The other reason they like it is because the caramel is not too stiff. So this is what makes them so awesome. All right, and now the fun part, you're gonna get them bath. All right, I'm getting ready to do the decoration step. So I've got some white chocolate here that I've colored. You can see it's got like a pretty tan color to it. And now I'm just taking some cocoa butter here, and it is in temper. And I'm going to seed this chocolate. This is kind of an advanced step. So if I was all about teaching you all how to make chocolates, I would tell you all about this. But if you're just watching, you can kind of see what I'm doing. I'm just taking cocoa butter crystals from here and dropping them into the white chocolate. And that is enough to get the crystallization process started. Chocolate has to be in temper, it's called, or crystallized properly in order to use it. Then you just kind of mix this up, and then I'll get it into a piping bag, and you'll see the cool design I'm going to put on this. All right, now the fun part. It's time to decorate. This is the unflavored white chocolate that I have colored, and you'll see the pattern. See what that is? That's C for Carmallow. All right, here we go. Let's find the ugliest one and take a bite. This is the ugliest one. Let's see how it is. Mmm. A lot of chocolate, marshmallow, caramel. You're going to love it. I hope you give one of these a try.